A Boardman teacher will be sentenced next month on sex charges. His victims say he date raped them, and they're not happy with his potential punishment. 27 First News reporter Giro Ricciuti was the only reporter in court when the decision came down.
A year after he was indicted, former Boardman middle school teacher Jay Dana stood between his lawyers this afternoon, whispering he understood he would be found guilty of sexual battery charges.
Women aren't respected at all by him.
Prosecutors say Dana date raped his victims, giving them something similar to grain alcohol, getting them so drunk they couldn't resist, and ultimately making them violently sick and unable to remember much of what had happened to them. One of the three women in this case says Dana actually taught her son in school.
So I really didn't know him at all. So when this all occurred, of course, we were very upset. My son was very upset.
But for one other victim, today's plea was a huge step in what's been an 8.5-year ordeal since she was assaulted.
And actually, at the time of my incident, when I went to Boardman Police Department, I had said he will kill somebody doing this someday. He will overdose them. He will not know what their body can take and what they can't.
4 years ago this month, I sat down with that victim who had decided to speak with us after learning Dana's wife at the time had died from what authorities said was severe alcohol poisoning. No one's ever been charged in that case. As part of his plea today, prosecutors and defense say they'll recommend Dana be labeled a Tier 3 sex offender, but that he'd only have to spend 75 days in jail, even though his charges could bring a sentence of more than 10 years.
Originally, where my thought wasn't that I wanted him to go to jail. Now, I want him to go to jail, and I want him to go for a long time.
75 days is really bothering me. He just has done so much.
Both victims tell me they intend to speak when Dana is sentenced next month. In Youngstown, Jerry Ricciuti, WKBN 27 First News.